on second. Gets a sign from Dickie. Rubbing stretches, rubbing pitches. Caught the inside corner, strike one. Atta baby, no hitter up there. 1 out. Man on second. Bottom of the seventh. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rubbing checks the runner on second. Gets a sign from Dickie. Rubbing stretches, rubbing pitches. Blowing outside, ball 3. Come on, Red, make him a hitter. In there all the time, Red.
Kate, please, my head is splitting.
I told that boy 109 times. Eugene, stop banging the wall!
In a minute, Ma. This is for the World Series. 1 out. Man on second. Bottom of the seventh. 3 balls, 1 strike. Rubbing stretches. Rubbing pitches. Oh no! High and outside. Jojo Moore walks. First and second. Mel Ott lopes up to the plate.
Can't he do that someplace else?
Don't break his arm, that's what he'll do it. Eugene, I'm not gonna tell you again. Do you hear me?
It's the last batter, Ma. Mel Ott is up. It's a crucial moment in World Series history.
Your Aunt Blanche has a splitting headache.
I don't want him to stop playing. It's just all the banging.
He always does it when I'm studying. I have a big test in history tomorrow.
It's 1 more pitch, Mom. I can get him to pop up. I have my stuff today.
Your father will give you plenty of stuff when he gets home. Do you hear?
All right, all right.
I want you inside now. Put out the water glasses.
I can do that.
Why, is his arm broken? And I don't want any back talk. Do you hear me?
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Today's game will be delayed because of my Aunt Blanche's headache.
Blanche, that's enough sewing today. That's all I need is for you to go blind.
I just have this one edge to finish. Lori, darling, help Aunt Kate with the dishes.
2 more pages, all right, Mom? I have to finish the Macedonian Wars.
Oh, he's studying that one. She's gonna have some head on her shoulders. Eugene!
Coming!
And wash your hands!
They're clean. I'm wearing a glove. I hate my name. Eugene Morris Jerome. It's the 2nd worst name ever given to a male child. The 1st worst is Haskell Fleischman. How am I ever going to play for the Yankees with a name like Eugene Morris Jerome? You have to be a Joe or a Tony or a Frankie. If only I had been born Italian. All the best Yankees are Italian. My mother makes spaghetti with ketchup. What chance do I have?
I'm almost through, Mom.
All right, darling, don't get up too quickly.
You have better color today, sweetheart. Did you get a little sun this morning?
I walked down to the beach.
Very slowly, I hope.
Yes, Mom.
That's good.
She gets all this special treatment because the doctors say she has a kind of a flutter in her heart. I got hit with the baseball right in the back of the skull. Saw 2 of everything for a week, and I still had to carry a block of ice home every afternoon. Girls are treated like queens. Maybe that's what I should have been born. An Italian girl.
Eugene!
What?
How many times have I told you not to leave your things around the house?
109.
What?
You said to me yesterday, I told you 109 times not to leave your things around the house.
Don't be fresh to your mother, Jean.
Was I fresh? I swear to God that's what she said to me yesterday. One day, I'm gonna put this all in a book or a play and give me a writer like Ring Lardner or somebody. That's if things don't work out with the Yankees first. Or the Red Sox. Or the Cubs. Or maybe possibly the Tigers. If I get down to the St. Louis Browns, I'll definitely be a writer.
Mom, can I have a glass of lemonade?
You'll spoil your dinner, darling.
A small glass, it couldn't hurt her.
All right. In a minute, Angel.
I'll get it. I'm in the kitchen anyway.
Can you believe that? I mean, she better have a hot conditioner. I'm gonna kill her one day. Listen, I hope you don't repeat this to anybody. What I'm telling you are my secret memoirs. It's called The Unbelievable, Fantastic, and Completely Private Thoughts of I, Eugene Morris Jerome, in this, the 15th year of his life, in the year 1937, in the community of Brighton Beach, Borough of Brooklyn, Kings County, City of New York, Empire
A roller
State.
skate on my kitchen floor. Do you want me dead? Is that what you want?
Well, I didn't leave it there.
No? Then who? Lori? Your Aunt Blanche. Did you ever see them on skates? Take this upstairs. Come here.
Don't hit my skull. I have a concussion.
What would you tell your father if he came home and found me dead on the kitchen floor?
I'd say don't go in the kitchen.
Don't put down with dirty hands.
You see why I want to write all this down? In case I grow up all twisted and warped, the world will know why.
He's a boy. He's young. You should be glad he's healthy and active. Before the doctors found out what Lori had, she was the same way.
Never. Girls are different. When you and I were girls, we kept the house spotless. It was Ben and Ezra who drove Mama crazy. I've always been like that. I have to keep things clean just like Mama. The day they packed up and left the house in Russia, she cleaned it from top to bottom. She said, no matter what the Cossacks did to us, when they broke into her house, they would have respect for the Jews.
Who are the Cossacks?
Same filthy bunches lives across the street.
Across the street. You mean the Murphys?
All of them.
The Murphys are Russian?
The mother's nice. She's been very sweet to me.
Her windows are so filthy, I thought she had black curtains hanging inside.
I've been in her house. It's very neat. Nobody can be as clean as you, Kate.
What business did you have in her house?
She invited me for tea.
To meet that drunken son of hers?
No, just the two of us.
I'm living here 7 years. She never invited me for tea. Because she knows your situation. I know that kind. Remember what Mama used to tell us. Stay on your own side of the street. That's what they have gutters for.
That's what they have gutters for. If my mother knew I was writing all this down, she would stuff me like one of her chickens. I'd better explain what she meant by Aunt Blanche's situation. You see, her husband, Uncle Dave, died 6 years ago from this thing. They never say the word. They always whisper it. It was cancer. I think they're afraid that if they said it out loud, God would say, I heard that. You said the dread disease. Just for that, I smite you down with it. There are some things that grown-ups just won't discuss. For example, my grandfather, he died of diphtheria. Anyway, after Uncle Dave died, he left Aunt Blanche with no money, not even insurance. And she couldn't support herself because she has asthma. So my big-hearted mother insisted we take her and the kids in to live with us. And they broke up our room into 2 smaller rooms. Me and my brother Stan live on this side, and Lori and her sister Nora live on the other. My pop thought it would be just temporary, but it's been 3.5 years so far. And I think because of Aunt Blanche's situation, my father is developing high blood pressure.
Have some more lemonade, dear.
Thank you, Aunt Kate.
Drink it slowly.
I am.
Blanche, that's enough already. Since 7 o'clock this morning.
I was just stopping.
You'll sew your fingers together.
It's getting dark anyway. I think I need new glasses.
Our teacher said that you should change them after every 2 years.
Would it kill you to put a light on?
I don't need to run up electric bills. I owe you and Jack enough as it is.
If I ever asked you for anything, do you see anybody starving around here? If I go hungry, you'll give me something from your plate.
Kate, I'm gonna pay you back. I don't know when, but I keep my word.
From your lips to the Irish sweepstakes. Go in and taste the soup. See if it needs salt.
Should I put out the water glasses, or is Eugene going to do it?
Eugene! It's the last time I'm gonna tell you! Just do the napkins, darling.
Because of a condition, I have to do twice as much work around here. Boy, if I could just meet the Yankees, I could be in St. Petersburg this winter. My sister Nora's not too bad. She's 16. I don't mind her much. At least she's not too bad to look at. To be absolutely honest, this is the year I first started noticing girls that weren't too bad to look at. Nora started developing about 8 months ago. I have the exact date written in my diary.
Mom, Lori, and Kate, I have incredible news, everybody.
Hi, Nora.
Eugene, my sweet, adorable, handsome cousin. Oh, wait until I tell you. Lori, I'm painfully loud.
Oh, I felt her chest. When she grabbed me, I felt my first chest.
I've been this whole day.
What happened?
Where's Mom? And then Kate. I have to tell everyone. Everybody inside for the big news.
What's all the excitement?
You're all red in the face.
Sit down, Mom. I don't want you fainting on the floor.
Sit down, Blanche.
Mom, sit down.
You too, Aunt Kate. Okay, is everybody ready?
Stop dragging it out. The suspense is killing me.
Don't say things like that, Lori.
Can I hear what the girl has to say? Go ahead, darling.
Okay, here it goes. I'm gonna be in a Broadway show. It's a musical. It's called Abracadabra. This man, Mr. Beckman, he came to our dancing class this afternoon and he picked out 3 girls. We have to be at the Hudson Theater on Monday morning at 10 o'clock to audition for the dance director. But on the way out, he took me aside and he said the job was as good as mine. I have to call him tomorrow. I may have to go into town to talk to him about it. They start rehearsing a week from Monday, and then it goes to Philadelphia, Wilmington, Washington, and then it comes to New York, the second week in December. There's 9 big musical numbers, and there's a big tank on stage that you can see through. And the big finale all takes place with the entire cast, all underwater. I mean, can you believe it, Mama? I'm gonna be in a Broadway show.
What is she talking about?
Do I know? Am I her mother?
How can you be in a show? Don't you have to sing and act?
I can sing
No, you can't.
a little.
No, you can't.
I can carry a tune.
No, you can't.
I probably won't have to. They're just looking for dancers.
On Broadway, you have to sing and act.
How do you know? You never saw a Broadway show.
Did you tell him how old you are?
He didn't ask me.
He didn't ask if you were 16?
He just asked me to audition. Oh my God, isn't anybody excited?
I am. It's the most fantastic thing I ever heard.
Thanks, Eugene. I'm glad somebody's excited.
My God, I'll be sleeping right next door to a showgirl.
How could you go to Philadelphia? What about school?
School? Mama, this is a Broadway show. This is what I want to do with my life. Algebra and English isn't going to help me on the stage.
Aren't.
Stay out of this.
You mean not finish school, not get a diploma? Do you know how hard it is for a girl to get a good job without a high school diploma?
But I've got a job. And I'll be making more money than 10 girls with diplomas.
You don't have it yet. You still have to audition.
It's as good as mine. Mr. Beckman told me.
Well, what if you, God forbid, were to break a leg? Or get heavy? How long do you think they would keep you? Dancing is just for a few years. A diploma is forever. I know. I never had one. I know how hard it is to find a decent job. Aunt Kate knows. Tell her, Kate.
It's very hard.
Then why did you send me to dancing school for 3 years? Why do I spend 2 hours a day on the subway after school 4 days a week? With money that you make going half-blind over a broken sewing machine. Why, Mama?
Because it's my pleasure. Because I know how you love it. Because you asked me.
Then I'm asking you something else, Mama. Let me do something for you now. I could be making almost $60 a week. Maybe even more. And in 2 years when I get out of high school, I wouldn't be making that much with a college diploma.
I can't think right now. It's almost dinner time. Your Uncle Jack will be home soon. We'll discuss it later.
I have to know now, Mama. I have to call Mr. Beckman and let him know if I can go to the audition on Monday. At least let me audition. Let me first find out if they think I'm good enough. Please don't say no until Monday.
It was a tense moment for everybody. I love tense moments, especially when it's not me they're all tense about.
Well, God knows we could use the money. I mean, we all owe Uncle Jack and Aunt Kate enough as it is. I think they have as much to say about this as I do. How do you feel about it, Kate?
Me? I never voted before in my life. Why should I start with my own family? I have to heat up the potatoes.
Well, then we'll leave it up to Uncle Jack. We'll let him decide.
Why, Mama? I love him, but he's not my father.
Because I need help. Because I don't always know what the right thing to do is. Because I said so. That's why.
Eugene and Jerome in New York cast 1 vote for yes. What I'm about to tell you is so secret and private that I've left instructions for my memoirs not to be opened until 30 years after my death. I, Eugene and Jerome, have committed a mortal sin by lusting after my cousin Nora. I can tell you all this because I'll be dead when you're reading it. If I had my choice between a tryout with the Yankees and actually seeing her bare breasts for 2.5 seconds, I would have some serious thinking to do.
I need bread.
What?
I don't have enough bread. Run across the street to Greenblatt's and get a fresh rye bread.
Again? I went to the store this morning.
So, you'll go again this afternoon.
I'm always going to the store. When I grow up, that's all I'll be trained to do. Go to the store.
You don't want to go? Never mind. I'll go.
Don't do that. Don't make me feel guilty. I'll go.
And get a 1/4 pound of butter.
I bought a 1/4 pound of butter this morning. Why don't you buy a 1/2 pound at a time?
I'm supposed the house burned down this afternoon. Why do I need an extra 1/4 pound of butter?
My mother taught logic in high school. This would be some weird country.
So, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Leave me alone. Don't just sit there watching me.
It's my room as much as yours. I don't have to leave if I don't want to.
Do you have to sit there staring at me? Can't I have any privacy?
I'm staring into space. I can't help it if your body interferes. Bet you're worried.
How would you feel if your entire life depended on what your Uncle Jack decided? God, I wish Daddy were alive.
He would have said no. He was really strict.
Not with me. I mean, he was strict, but he was fair. If he said no, he always gave you a good reason. He always talked things out. I wish I could call him somewhere now and ask him what to do. 1 3-minute phone call to heaven is all I ask.
Ask Mom. She talks to him every night.
Who told you that?
She did. Every night before she goes to bed. She puts his picture on her pillow and talks to him. Then she pulls the blanket halfway up the picture and goes to sleep.
She does not.
She does too. Last year when I had the big fever, I slept in bed with the both of them. In the middle of the night, my face fell on his picture and cut my nose.
She never told me that. That's weird.
Can't remember him much anymore. I used to remember him real good. But now he disappears a little bit every day.
God, he was so handsome. He was always dressed so dapper, and his shoes always shined. I always thought he should have been a movie star like Gary Cooper, only very short. Mostly I remember his pockets.
His pockets?
Well, when I was 6 or 7, he always brought me home a little surprise, like a Hershey or a top. He'd tell me to get into his coat pocket. So I'd run to the closet and I'd put my hand in. Oh, it felt as big as a tent. I wanted to crawl in there and go to sleep. And there are all these terrific things in there, like juicy fruit gum and spearmint lifesavers and bits of cellophane and crumpled pieces of tobacco and movie stubs and nickels and pennies and rubber bands and paper clips and his gray suede gloves that he wore in the wintertime.
With the stitch lines down the fingers. I remember.
Well, then I found his coat in Mom's closet, and I put my hand in the pocket, and everything was gone. It was emptied and dry cleaned, and it felt cold. And that's when I knew that he was really dead. God, I wish we had a house of our own. I hate being a boarder. Listen, let's make a pact. The first one who makes enough money promises not to spend any on herself, but saves it all for a house for you and me and Mom. That means every penny we get from now on, we save for the house. We can't buy anything. No lipstick or magazines, nail polish, bubble gum, nothing. Is it a pact?
What about movies?
Movies too.
Starting when?
Starting today. Starting right now.
Can we start Sunday? I wanted to see The Thin Man.
Who's in it?
William Powell and Myrna Loy.
Okay. Starting Sunday. I'll go with you on Saturday.
Sid Luckman of Columbia waits for the snap from center. The snow is coming down in a near blizzard. He gets it, he fades back, he passes, and Luckman's got it! Luckman catches his own pass! He's on the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, it's a touchdown! Columbia wins, they defeat the mighty Crimson of Harvard 13-12. Listen to that crowd!
Eugene, stop that yelling! I have a cake in the oven!
Hey, huge.
Hiya, Stan. My brother, Stan. He's okay. You'll like it. What are you doing home so early?
Is Pop home yet?
No. Did you ask about the tickets?
What tickets?
For the Yankee game. You said your boss knew a guy could get passes. You didn't ask him?
Me and my boss had other things to talk about. I'm in trouble, huge. I mean, really big trouble.
This really shocked me. Because Stanley's the kind of guy who can talk himself out of any kind of trouble. What kind of trouble?
I got fired today.
Fired? You mean for good?
You don't get fired temporarily. It's appointment at lifetime firing.
Well, why? What happened?
It's on account of Andrew, the colored guy who sweeps up. When he was cleaning the floor of the stockroom, and he puts the broom against the table to throw some junk in the trash can, and the broom slips, knocks a can of linseed all over the table, ruins 3 brand new hats right out of the box. $9 Stetsons. It wasn't his fault. I mean, he didn't put the can of linseed oil there, right?
Right.
So Mr. Stroheim sees the oily hats and he gets crazy. He says to Andrew that the hats are going to have to come out of his salary. $27. So Andrew starts to cry.
He cried?
42 years old, he's bawling all over the stockroom. I mean, the man hasn't got much furniture upstairs anyway, but he's real sweet. He brings me coffee, always laughing, telling me jokes. I never understand them, but I laugh anyway. Make him feel good, you know?
Yeah.
So I said to Mr. Stroheim, I didn't think that was fair. It's not Andrew's fault.
You said that to him?
Sure, why not? So Mr. Stroheim says to me, you want to pay for the hats, Big Mouth? I say, no, I don't want to pay for the hats. So he says to me, mind your own business, Big Mouth.
Holy mackerel.
Everyone's watching me now, waiting to see what I'm going to do next. I felt the dignity of everyone who worked in that store was in my hands. So I pick up the broom, and there's a big pile of dirt right in the middle of the floor,
Yeah?
and I sweep it all over Mr. Stroheim's shoes. Andrew just finished shining them this morning, if you want to talk about irony.
I'm dying. I'm actually dying.
You could see everybody in the place about to bust a gut. Mrs. Mulcahy, the bookkeeper, can hardly keep her false teeth in her mouth. Andrew's eyes are hanging 5 inches from their sockets.
This is the greatest story in the history of the world.
So Mr. Stroheim grabs me, pulls me in the back office, closes the door, and pulls down the shades. He gives me this whole story about how he was brought up in Germany to respect his superiors. That if he ever did such a thing like you do, they would beat me in their cup until they carry me away dead.
That's perfect. You got him down perfect.
And I say, yeah, but we're not in Germany, old buddy.
You said that to him?
Nah, to myself. I didn't want to go too far.
I was wondering.
Anyway, he says to me that he's always liked me. He thought that I was a good boy. He's going to give me one more chance. He wants a letter of apology. And if that letter isn't on his desk by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, I can consider myself fired.
I would have had a heart attack. What'd you say?
I said I wasn't going to apologize if Andrew still had to pay for the hats. He said that was between him and Andrew, and he expected the letter from me in the morning. So I said good night, walked out of his office, grabbed my hat and went home. 10 minutes early.
I'm sweating. I swear to God, I'm sweating all over.
I don't know why I did it, but I got so mad. It just wasn't fair. If you give in when you're 18 and a half, you'll give in for the rest of your life, don't you think?
I suppose so. So what's the decision? Are you gonna write the letter?
Nah,
Positively?
positively. Except I'll have to discuss it with Pop first. I know we need the money, but he told me once, you have to do what you think is right in the world. Stand up for your principles.
And what if he says he thinks you're wrong? That you should write the letter?
He won't. He's gonna leave it up to me, I know it.
But what if he says to write the letter?
Well, that's something we won't know until after dinner, will we?
All in all, it was shaping up to be one heck of a dinner. I'll say this, though. I always had this two-way thing about my brother. Either I worshipped the ground he walked on, or I hated him so much I wanted to kill him. I guess you know how I feel about him today.
All day it takes to bring home bread. Give Aunt Blanche the butter. She's waiting for it.
I was home half an hour ago. It's not gonna stand.
Hey, I got a letter from Rosalina. Remember her? She moved up to Manhattan. She lives up on Central Park West.
Huh. Well, why not? Her father's a gangster. And the mother, worse. I don't get a kiss hello?
Nope. I was gonna save it up and give you a giant one for Christmas.
We don't have Christmas. I'll take it now, thank you. And a hug, too. When do I ever get a hug from you? You must have done something wrong.
You're too smart for me, Mom. I robbed the barber shop today.
Is that why you look so tired? You don't get enough sleep. You're running around all night with your 200 girlfriends.
130. That's all I have, 130.
How do you get any work done?
I get it done.
And your boss, he doesn't say anything to you about being tired?
About being tired? No, he doesn't.
Did you ask him about Thursday?
What?
You were going to ask him about getting paid this Thursday so I can pay Greenblatt on Friday. Saturday's a holiday.
Nah, I forgot. I'll ask him tomorrow.
If it's a problem, don't ask him. Greenblatt can wait. Your boss is more important.
That's not true, Mom. My boss isn't any more important than Mr. Greenblatt.
Oh, God. As if things weren't bad enough. And now this. The ultimate tragedy. Liver and cabbage for dinner. A Jewish medieval torture. My friend Marty Gregorio, an A student in science, tells me that cooked cabbage can be smelled farther than sound traveling for 7 minutes. These memoirs are never finished. You'll know it's because I gagged to death one night in the middle of supper. You're all witnesses. I was right here. But I'll get blamed for that anyway.
I'm all right. Just let me sit a minute.
Didn't I tell you to get out of that hot kitchen? I can't breathe in there and I don't have asthma. Nora! Laurie, come help your mother!
I'm sick about the plates. I'll replace them. Don't worry about the plates.
Plates I can always get. I only have one system.
What happened? I'm all right. Laurie, don't run.
It's another asthma attack. It's the second one the doctor.
I don't need doctors.
This is no climate for you near the beach. What you need is someplace dry.
Like Arizona, Mama. Should I get the doctor?
No, no doctors. I'm fine. It's getting better. It's going away.
I can still hear the whistle. Will you shut up?
Would you help pancake in the kitchen? I broke a good plate.
Never mind, Eugene will do it. You go up and get your mother's medicine. Lori, you sit here quiet and watch your mother, who looked pale as a ghost. Eugene, come in here and help me!
Hello, Mrs. Kresge. How are you?
In a minute, Ma. Pop's home. I now would like to introduce my father, a real hard worker. He was born at the age of 42.
How am I doing?
Let me take these for you, Pop.
They're too heavy. You'll hurt yourself.
No, I can do it easy. You just have to get a good grip.
I want to sit a few minutes.
You okay, Pop?
I'm resting, that's all. Give me a glass of cold water.
I'll be out for the other boxes in a minute, Pop. I don't know how he does it. King Kong couldn't lift these. You know what's in here? Noisemakers and party favors. Pop sells them to nightclubs and hotels every day after he gets through with his regular work, which is cutting material for ladies' raincoats.
Did you do your homework today?
Not all of it. Mom sent me to the store 15 times. Amos and Andy's on tonight.
Do your homework, and we'll discuss Amos and Andy.
Here's your medicine, Mom. Thank you. Lori, go get some water.
Lori shouldn't be running.
I'll get it, Nora.
Oh, you sure you don't mind?
No, no trouble at all. 2.5 seconds, that's all I ask.
When are you going to talk to Uncle Jack, Mom?
When I talk to him is when I'll talk to him.
Tonight? I have to know tonight.
If he's not too tired, I'll talk to him tonight.
Jack's home will eat in 10 minutes. Nora, darling, go get Stanley. How's your mother, Lori?
Much better. The whistling stopped.
What's wrong? Eugene said you were holding your chest.
I wasn't holding my chest.
You have to carry that box every day, Jack, back and forth to the city. You don't work hard enough?
You want the box? It's yours. Keep it. I don't need it anymore.
What do you mean?
Delmar's party favors went out of business. They closed them out. The man is bankrupt.
Oh my God.
He never even warned me it was coming.
You told me he lived up on Riverside Drive with a view of the river. A $300 a month apartment he had. A man like that.
Who are the ones you think go bankrupt? You live in a cold water flat on Delancey Street. Bankruptcy is the one thing God spares you.
All right. But you can always find good in something. You don't have to lug that box anymore. You don't have to get up at 5:30 in the morning. You can all eat dinner at a decent hour. You still have your job at Jacobson. We won't starve.
I can't get by with what I make at Jacobson. Not with 7 people to feed.
They hear you, Jack. We'll talk later.
I can't make it without that extra $25 a week. I can't pay rent, insurance, and food and clothing for 7 people. Christmas and New Year's alone, I made $150.
Stop it, Jack. You'll only get yourself sick.
You're never going to pay me for the week, the bastard. 5 salesmen are laid off and he's going to a Broadway show tonight. I packed every hat and noisemaker I could fit in that box and went out of there. At his funeral, I'll put on a pointy hat and blow a horn, that bastard.
Don't talk like that. Something will come up. You go to temple this weekend. You pray all day Saturday.
There's men in that temple who've been praying for 40 years. You know how many prayers have to get answered before my turn comes up?
Your turn will come up. God has time for everybody.
Here's your water, Aunt Blanche.
Thank you, darling.
Where's Nora?
She went up to get Stanley for dinner.
Hey, Lori, you want to take a walk on the beach tonight?
I have homework. What do you want to walk with me for?
Well, you, me, and Nora. I just felt like taking a walk.
I think Nora has a date tonight with Larry Clerman.
Larry Clerman? She likes Larry Clerman?
How should I know? Ask her yourself.
Larry Clerman is my father's age.
He's 20.
Same thing. Do you think he's good looking?
I don't think anybody's good looking.
Larry. He doesn't even have a chin. His tie comes all the way up to his teeth.
Eugene, where's your father's water?
I'm coming. Now I have Larry Clerman to contend with. Here's your water, Pop. I put ice in the glass.
Don't drink so fast.
You got time to look at my sneakers, Pop?
What does he want to look at your sneakers for?
They have no soles. They're hanging on by a tiny piece of rubber. I have to clench my toes when I run out for a fly ball.
I bought you new sneakers last month.
Last year, Pop, not last month. I can only wear them 2 hours a day because my toes can't grow in them.
This is no time to talk to your father about sneakers. He's got enough on his mind. Go inside and turn the light down on the living room. We'll talk about this tonight. You'll eat a nice dinner, you'll relax, and when everybody's asleep, you'll figure things out calmly. I don't like it when you get upset.
I'm feeling better. Come help me in the kitchen, Lloyd.
You think Blanche will ever get married?
Blanche?
She's not unattractive. I see men look at her on the beach. Why does she want to waste her life in this house for?
She's raising 2 children.
Why doesn't she ever go out? She wants to meet people. I know plenty of single men.
Blanche isn't the type to get married.
She was married once, wasn't she? Those are the type that get married.
Dave was different. She's not interested in other men.
What about that Murphy fellow across the street? He's plenty interested, believe me.
That drunk? The man can't find his way into the house at night. He slept in the doorway once, in the rain. He was there when I went out to get the milk.
He's got a good paying job, but he lives alone with his mother. So he takes a drink on a Saturday night. Maybe what he needs is a good woman.
Not my sister. Let him meet someone lying in the next doorway. I don't want to discuss this anymore.
Come in.
Are you busy? I wanted to talk to you.
It's funny. I wanted to talk to you.
What about?
I need a favor. Real bad. You're the only one who can help me.
What is it?
When Pop comes home tired, he doesn't usually pay too much attention to me and Eugene. He's different with you. He's always interested in what you have to say.
Really? I hope so.
Oh, sure. You never noticed that?
Not really. What's the favor?
This may sound dumb, but at dinner, you think you could steer the conversation in a certain direction?
What direction?
Well, something about how much you admire people who stand up for their principles.
What people?
Any people. Principles is the important word here. If you could work it in 3 or 4 times, I'd be grateful.
3 or 4 times?
It'll be easy. I'll mention someone like Abraham Lincoln. And you look up and say, now there's a man who really stood up for his principles.
I have my own things to bring up at dinner. I don't want to get into a discussion about Abraham Lincoln.
Not his whole life, just his principles.
And why would I do such a stupid thing?
Because as of tomorrow, I'm unemployed. Unless someone besides me mentions sticking up for your principles.
What happened? Did you get fired?
I will be, unless I write Kaiser Wilhelm a letter of apology. It's really up to my old man. I've decided to do what he tells me.
Well, when are you going to ask him?
Tonight, right after dinner.
Tonight? Does it have to be tonight?
That's the deadline. I have to give my answer to Mr. Stroheim in the morning. Why?
Well, couldn't you talk to your father in the morning?
He gets up at 5:30. My mother has to line out his shoes at night because he can't make decisions at 5:30. What's wrong, Nora?
I don't know what you have to complain about. At least your father is alive and around the house to make decisions. You don't know when you're well off, Stanley. Sometimes you make me sick.
Chapter 7. The infamous dinner. It started out like a murder mystery at Blenheim Castle. Nobody said a word, but everybody looked suspicious. It was so quiet, You can hear the soup going down Lori's esophagus. Everyone had one eye on their plate, the other eye on Pop. Except I sat opposite Nora. I kept dropping my napkin a lot so I could bend down to get a good look at those virginal creamy white legs. She must have been really deep in thought because she left herself unguarded a couple times. And I got to see halfway up her thighs that led to the golden palace of the Himalayas.
Eugene! Keep your napkin on your lap and stop daydreaming.
Danny knew what I was doing because he's the one who taught it to me. But he was busy with his own problems, like everyone else. You could hear the clock ticking in the kitchen. The tension in the air was so thick, you could cut it with a knife. Which is more than I can say for the liver.
Ketchup? Mustard? Pickles?
I'm through. I help a dessert.
Finish your liver.
I finished. Do you see liver on my plate?
You buried it under the mashed potatoes. I know your tricks. Lori ate hers.
I had a major problem. One more bite and I would have thrown up all over the table. That's a sight Nora would have remembered forever. A diversion was my only escape from humiliation. So, how's things down at Strawhine, Stanley? I felt bad about that. But for the moment, attention had shifted away from my liver.
How long you been working there now?
Where? Stroheims? Part-time a year and a half before I graduated high school, and a year since then.
So what's that?
2.5 years, kind of part-time.
And he likes you?
Who?
Mr. Strawheim.
Yeah, usually likes me. Sometimes I'm not so sure.
You come in on time?
Yeah?
You do your work?
Yeah.
You get along with the other people?
Yeah.
So why shouldn't he like you? How much you making now?
$17 a week?
It's time you moved up. Tomorrow you go and ask him for a raise. If you don't speak up, people take advantage of you. Tomorrow morning you go into his office, you're polite, you're respectful, but you're firm. Tell him you think you're worth another $5 a week.
$5?
He'll offer you $1.25. You sell it for $2.50. I know how these things work. You're a high school graduate. He's lucky he's got you.
I don't think this is the right time to ask him for a raise, Pop. I think his wife is very sick.
You afraid to ask him? You want me to take you by the hand and go into his office and say, my little boy wants a raise?
I'm not afraid.
Your father wouldn't ask you if he didn't think it was the right thing. Believe me, Stanley, now is the time to ask for it.
I have a bone in my throat.
There are no bones in liver.
So, what's new at dancing school, Nora?
Nothing's new. Mind your own business.
Just trying to introduce the subject.
I don't need your help. Mother, will you tell her to be quiet?
You may be excused if you're finished, Lori.
What happened at dancing school?
Nora received a very nice compliment from her teacher today. He said she had professional potential.
He didn't say potential. Potential is the future. Mr. Beckman is interested in Nora's immediate present.
Isn't that something? Mr. Beckman is your teacher?
No. He's one of the most widely known and respected producers on Broadway.
Broadway? Imagine that. That's wonderful. So how are you doing in school otherwise?
I'm doing fine.
She's doing very well.
I wish I was as smart as she is.
And
Isn't that the same Mr. Beckman who's producing the great Broadway extravaganza Abracadabra? I hear that if a girl gets hired for the chorus of a show like that, not only is a career practically guaranteed, but the experience she gains is equal to that of a 4-year college education.
Eugene, that's enough.
Only a 4-year college education is equal to a 4-year college education.
I don't think Abraham Lincoln went to college.
You feeling all right?
Yes, Uncle Jack.
You getting plenty of fresh air?
As much as I can hold in my lungs. Nora, did you tell Uncle Jack about the big tank on stage that's filled with water?
Girls, why don't we just let Uncle Jack eat his dinner? If we have something to discuss, we could discuss it later.
Somebody has something to discuss? If there's a problem, this is the time to bring it up. This is a family hour.
What a great idea for a radio show. Family hour. Every Wednesday night you tune in, you get to hear a different family eating dinner, discussing their problems of the week. And you get to hear different recipes. WAAF presents Dinner at Brighton Beach, starring the Jacob Jerome family and featuring tonight's specialty, liver and cabbage. Brought to you by X-Lax and Iowaxia.
The whole country's gonna hear about a 15-year-old boy gagging on his liver.
Nothing to discuss? Nobody has any problems? Otherwise, I want to turn on the news.
Well, as a matter of fact,
What?
nothing.
I'll help with the dishes.
You sit there and finish your liver.
I can't swallow it. It won't go down. You remember the lima bean catastrophe last month? Does anyone want to see a repeat of that disgusting episode?
Why does he always talk like it's a Sherlock Holmes story?
He thinks he's a writer.
And what do you think you are?
Eat half of it.
Which half? They're both terrible.
A quarter of it. 2 bites.
1 bite.
2 bites.
I know you. If I eat 1 bite, you'll make me eat another bite. I'll eat it in my room. I'll finish it tonight. I need time to chew it.
These are not times to waste food. If you didn't want it, Eugene, you shouldn't have taken it.
I didn't take it. They gave it to me. It comes attached to the plate.
If it's so important to everyone, I'll eat your liver, Eugene.
You will?
It seems to be the only thing this family's worried about. Give me your liver so we can go on with more important things in our lives.
Nora's right. Take the liver away. If nobody likes it, why do you make it?
Because we can't afford a roast beef for 7 people.
Suddenly I feel cheap and older.
It's time to turn on the news.
You look tired tonight.
Can I talk to you about? It's something really important.
More important than what's going on in Europe?
Not more important. It's just coming up a lot sooner.
Hitler's already moved into Austria. In a couple months, the whole world will be in it. What's the matter with this radio?
Somebody's been fooling around with it, haven't they, Eugene?
Why, Eugene? Pop had the news on last night.
And you weren't listening to the ball game this afternoon.
He's talking about Poland. Damn it! I don't want anybody touching this radio anymore, you understand?
Guess who's gonna get blamed for the war in Europe?
Bring in the spoons and the forks.
You really think there'll be a war, Pop? I mean, America?
We're already in it. And not us, maybe, but friends, relatives. If you're Jewish, you got a cousin suffering somewhere in the world.
Ida Kaczynski's family got out of Poland last month. The story she tells about what's going on there, you don't even want to hear.
How many relatives do we have in Europe?
Enough. Uncles, cousins. I have a great aunt. Your father has nephews.
I have a cousin Shalom in Poland. His whole family.
Dave had relatives in Warsaw. His mother was born there.
What if they got to America? Where would they stay?
Who?
Your nephews, Mom's uncles and cousins? Would we take them in?
What God gives us to deal with, we deal with.
Where would we put them?
What are you worrying about things like that now for? Go upstairs and work on your speech.
What speech?
Are you gonna ask Mr. Stroheim for a raise tomorrow?
I'll talk to you later, Pop, after you've rested and read your paper.
Lou Gehrig got 2 hits today. Robin Lou's hitting 302.
Is that your paper? How many times have I told you, you aren't to read it until your father is finished with it?
Well, I didn't break it. The type doesn't come off if I have a quick look at it.
Don't be fresh to your mother. Upstairs.
Pop,
Everybody.
I'll come down later, okay, Pop?
Come on, Stan, I gotta talk to you anyway.
You're a pest. Did anyone ever tell you you're a pest?
Yeah, I have a list upstairs. You wanna add your name to it?
Maybe you should lie down. There's nothing in that paper that's gonna cheer you up.
What would we do, Kate? Where would we put them if they got off the boat and knocked down our door? How would we feed them?
The boat hasn't gotten here yet. Can't deal with boats that haven't landed yet.
Uncle Jack, I know it's late and I know you're tired, but the rest of my life may depend on your decision and I have to know tonight because I have to call Mr. Beckman and let him know if I can go or not.
Who's Mr. Beckman?
Broadway producer that we talked about at dinner.
Abracadabra, remember?
Lori, upstairs, right now. Nora, not now. This is not the time.
It's never the time. You won't make a decision and I don't have anyone else I can talk to. I'll make my own decision if no one else is interested. I'm 16 and a half years old and I'll do what I want.
What is this all about?
Go on out, Jack. Talk to her.
No, Nora's right. It's my decision. I'll handle it.
And what are you gonna tell her? That she can leave school? That she can throw her future away? Is that what you want to do?
What if I'm wrong? What if she's got talent? What is it I'm supposed to say?
She can't talk to me? I'm her uncle, for God's sake.
She doesn't need an uncle tonight. She needs her father. Go on, Jack. She'll tell you.
I never learned.
Mind if I sit with you?
It wrapped my life up so much in Dave's. I never learned how to be their mother.
If you want to talk, we'll talk. If not, not.
We have enough mothers here. This is a family. The world doesn't survive without families. Lori, do your homework. Blanche, make me some tea. You're the only one here who makes decent tea.
Listen, I know what it's like, Nora, not to be heard.
You do?
I grew up in a family with 4 children. My father, before he died, never could remember our names. My oldest brother was the big one, I was the little one, my brother Saul was the rotten one, Eddie was the skinny one,
Well, who am I?
the pretty one. What's the problem?
I don't know. It doesn't seem very important now.
I've never seen you cry about something that wasn't important. I know I'm not your fault. It's not my place to make decisions for you. But I could offer advice. Advice is free. If it doesn't fit, you can always return it.
Can we walk down the block?
Sure. We'll take a look at the ocean. My father used to say, throw your problems out to sea, and the answers will wash back up on the shore.
Did they?
Not on Brighton Beach. Orange peels and watermelon pits wash up. That's why it's good to take somebody who knows how to give advice.
Will you stop that? I'm trying to think.
Boy, am I glad I don't have your problems.
How'd you like an official American League baseball in your mouth?
Stanley, I gotta talk to you. I mean a really serious, important talk.
Everybody in this house has to have a talk to someone about something. Take a number off the wall and wait your turn.
I had a dream last night. It was about this girl. I can't tell you her name, but she's gorgeous. Anyway, we were really kissing hard and rubbing up against each other. And I felt this tremendous tremendous build-up coming. Like at the end of the 39 steps. And suddenly there was an explosion. Like a dam burst and everything rushed and flowed out to sea. It was the greatest feeling I've ever had in my entire life. When I woke up, I was
All wet?
Yeah, how'd you know?
You had a wet dream, that's all. I have them all the time.
You do? You mean there's nothing wrong with you if it happens?
You never had one before?
Yeah, but I slept through it.
Didn't you ever try to do it by yourself?
What do you mean?
Didn't you ever diddle with yourself?
No, never.
Baloney, I've heard you. You diddle 3-4 times a week.
You're crazy. What do you mean, diddle?
Whack off, masturbate.
Will you be quiet? Lori might hear you.
Everybody does it, especially at our age. It's natural.
Everybody? You mean you know guys who do it?
Every guy I know does it. Except Haskell Fleischman, the fat kid. He does it to the other guys.
I can't believe I'm having this conversation.
You can't grow up without doing it. Your voice won't change.
Where do you get this stuff from? Is it in a medical book or something?
It's puberty.
It's what?
Puberty. You never heard that word before? You don't read books?
Yeah, The Citadel by A.J. Cronin. He never mentioned puberty.
Even Pop did it.
Pop? Our Pop? You know what, Stanley? I think you're full of shit.
Hey, don't you use that language. Who do you think you are? You're just a kid. Never. Let me hear you say that word again.
I don't get you. I mean, it's okay for you to say puberty, but I can't say shit.
Puberty is a scientific word. Shit's for those guys who hang out down at the beach.
Well, what do you expect me to say when you tell me how Pop whacks off?
I don't mean he still does it, because he's married now. But when he was a kid, 14 or 15, the whole world whacks off.
President Roosevelt, too?
Rich kids are the worst. They whack off from morning till night. In college, they sit in their dorms, drinking beer and whacking off.
Stanley, this is the most useful information you've ever given. What about girls?
5 times as much as boys.
5 times as much? Is that an actual figure? Where do you get this stuff from?
You pick it up, you learn it. It's handed down from generation to generation. That's how our culture spreads.
5 times as much as boys? Some of them don't even say hello to you, and they're homo night whacking up.
They're human just like we are. They have the same needs and desires.
Then why is it so hard to touch their boobs?
If you were a girl, would you like some guy jumping at you and grabbing at your boobs?
Well, if I had boobs, I would love to touch them, wouldn't you?
I got my own problems to think about.
How do girls do it?
I can't explain it.
Please, Stanley, I'll be a slave for a month. Tell me how they do it.
I need a pencil and a paper. I'll do it later.
Do you want crayons? Maybe you should do it in color.
Eugene, I got a major problem in my life right now. I don't have time to draw girls masturbating for you.
I bet Nora doesn't do it.
Boy, could I win money from you? You think she's in the bathroom 7 times a day, just taking showers?
She does it in the bathroom?
I knew 2 girls who used to do it in English class. I saw a girl doing it during a final exam and got a 98 on her paper. Is she the one you were thinking about last night?
No. It was somebody else. One of the beach girls.
It was Nora. I see what's going on. I know why you dropped your napkin 12 times at dinner tonight.
She drives me crazy. I think I'm in love with her.
Yeah? Well, forget it. She's your cousin.
Well, what's wrong with being in love with your cousin?
Because it's against the laws of nature. If she was your stepsister, It'd be okay, but it'd still be dirty. But you can't love your own cousin. Let me give you a piece of advice. When you're going through puberty, don't start with anyone in your own house.
Well, who makes up these rules? Franklin Roosevelt married his cousin.
Maybe she was his second or third cousin. But you can't marry your first cousin. You'll get babies with 9 heads. Really wish Pop would get back. Really gotta talk to him tonight.
I still would love to see you naked. Just once. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Nah, I do it all the time.
You've seen Nora naked?
Lots of times. I fixed the lock on the bathroom door and then opened it pretending I didn't know anyone was in there.
I can't believe it. What a pig. What did she look like?
All I can tell you is I was pretty miserable. She was my first cousin.
That was the night that I discovered that lust and guilt are very closely related. I have to go wash up.
Have a good time.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry, I forgot it was this Tuesday. I'll change my doctor appointment.
You don't have to change anything. The girls will be with me.
Have I ever missed a year going to the grave? Dave was my favorite in the whole family. You know that.
You realize it'll be 6 years? Sometimes I forget his birthday. But the day he died, I never forget.
There wasn't another one like him.
Lori asks me questions about him all the time. Was he funny? What was the funniest thing he ever said, she asked. I couldn't remember. Isn't that awful, Kate?
Sometimes you talk like your life is over. You're still a young woman. You're still beautiful. If you'd ever stop squinting so much.
I went with him for 2 years before we were married. What was I waiting for? That's 2 married years I didn't have with him.
Listen, Jack's company's having their annual affair in New York next Wednesday at the Commodore Hotel. You should see how some of those women get dressed up. Jack wants you to come with us. He told me to ask you.
Me? What do I know at Jack's company?
You'll be with us. You'll meet people. Max Green will be at our table. He's the one whose wife died last year of tuberculosis. He's their #1 salesman. He lives in a hotel up on the Grand Concourse. He's a riot. You'll like him. Maybe you'll dance with him. What else are you going to do here every night?
I don't have a dress to wear to a thing like that.
You make something. Jack will get you the material. He knows everybody in the garment district.
Thank you, Kate. I appreciate it. I can't go. Maybe next year.
Next year, you won't have any eyes altogether. What are you afraid of, Rich? Dave is dead. You're not. If God wanted the both of you, you'd be lying in the grave next to him.
I made plans for next Wednesday night.
More important than this, they have this affair once a year.
I'm having dinner with someone.
You having dinner? With a man? That's wonderful! Why didn't you tell me?
With Mr. Murphy!
Who's Mr. Murphy? Oh my God! I can't believe you. You're having dinner with that man. You know when he's going to take you? To a saloon. To a bar and grill. That's where he's going to take you.
We're going to Chardov's, the Hungarian restaurant. You've never even met the man. Why do you dislike him so much?
I don't have to meet that kind. I just have to smell his breath when I open the window. What do you think a man like that is looking for? I grew up with that kind on Avenue A. How many times have Stanley and Jean come home from school black and blue from beatings they took from those Irish hooligans? What have you got to talk to with a man like that?
Is that why you don't like him? Because he's Irish? When have the Jews and the Irish ever fought in a war? Do you know who George Bernard Shaw is?
I don't care who he is.
one of the greatest Irish writers in the world. What would you say if he was taking me to Charles on Wednesday?
Is Mr. Murphy a writer? Tell him to bring me some of his books. I'll be glad to read them.
Kate, when are you going to give up being an older sister?
I heard stories about him. With women. They like their women, you know. That's what you want. It's your business.
I decided to go downstairs and quiet my passions with oatmeal cookies.
We went for a walk on the beach last Thursday. He hardly said a word. He's very quiet, very shy. He told me where his parents come from in Ireland. Their lives weren't any easier than Mama's and Papa's in Russia.
Nobody had it like they had it in Russia.
He holds down a decent job in a printer's office. He didn't smell a liquor, and he behaved like a perfect gentleman.
No cookies for you. Not until you eat that liver.
You're still saving it? I mean, it's gonna be in the icebox until I grow up.
No cookies, you hear me?
Just wanted a glass of water.
There's water in your bathroom.
There's toothpaste in the glass. It makes me nauseous.
Listen, there's no point discussing this. I'm going to bed. Do what you want.
I don't want to do anything that's going to make you unhappy, Kate or Jack. I owe you both too much. But I can't live off of you the rest of my life. Every decent job I've tried to get, they turn me down because of my eyes. The thought of marrying Frank Murphy hasn't occurred to me. Maybe not even to him. But I don't think one dinner at Chardogs is the end of the world.
Just don't want to see you get hurt. I never mean you any harm. I can take anything except when somebody in the family is mad at me.
Kate, I could never be mad at you. That I promise you till my dying day.
Go on. Have dinner with Frank Murphy. If Papa ever heard me say these words, he would get up from the cemetery and he would stand in front of our house with a big stick.
I asked him to pick me up here. Is that all right?
Here? At my house?
2 minutes. I want you to meet him. See what he's like.
Tell his mother to wash her windows. Maybe I'd know what he's like.
Can I see Mr. Beckman tomorrow? Yes or no?
Did you see your Uncle Jack?
I talked to Uncle Jack, but I want an answer from you, Mother. Yes or no?
What did he say?
It doesn't matter what he said. It's your decision or mine. Who's going to make it?
I said, if I were her father, I'd tell her to finish high school. If she's got talent, there'd be plenty of other shows. I never got past the 8th grade, and that's why I spent half my life on the subway and the other half trying to make a few extra dollars to keep this family from being out on the street.
I don't want this just for myself, Mama, but for you and for Lori. In a few years, we could have a place of our own, instead of all being cooped up here like animals. We could pay Uncle Jack for everything he's given us. I'm asking for a way out, Mama. Don't shut me in. Don't shut me in for the rest of my life.
But you promised you'd do what your Uncle Jack said.
He doesn't make decisions, he offers advice. I want a decision, Mother, from you. Please.
You finish high school. You tell Mr. Beckman you're too young. You tell him your mother said no. That's my decision.
I see. Thank you very much, Uncle Jack, for your advice. I'll let you know in the morning what my decision is.
Let it go, Blanche. You'll only make it
It
worse.
seems no matter what I do, I only make it worse.
What could I tell her? What could I say?
You inherit a family. You inherit their problems.
Well, good night.
Put the cookie on the table. The oatmeal cookie in your pocket. Put it on the table.
You could smell an oatmeal cookie from 10 feet away.
I heard the jar moving in the kitchen. Suddenly, everybody in this family is doing what they want. Your father's upset, your Aunt Blanche is upset. Put the cookie on the table!
Wait, yelling. What happened?
I don't know, but it's my fault.
What are you going to do? Want me to speak to Mom? Tell her I was getting flutters in my heart again.
Don't you say that. Don't you ever pretend to be sick to get favors from anyone.
I wasn't pretending. They're just not big flutters.
Stop puffing the pillows. The house could be burning down. You'd run back in to puff the pillows.
Let's go to bed. You're tired.
When does it get easier, Kate? When does our life get easier?
At night. When you get 7 good hours of sleep. That's the easiest it ever gets.
Close the door!
Dad, can I talk to you now? Just take 5 minutes.
He's tired, Stanley. He's practically asleep.
2 minutes. I'll talk as fast as I can.
Go on, Kate. Go to bed. The boy wants to tell me something.
Turn out the lights when you're through. And don't worry about things. We've always made them work out.
Saw me on the crapper! Nora saw me on the crapper! Oh, I might as well be dead!
I have a problem, Pop.
If you didn't, you wouldn't live in this house.
It must be tough being a father. Everyone comes to you with their problems. You have to have all the answers. I don't know if I can handle it.
Stop trying to win me over. Just tell me the problem.
I got fired today.
What?
Don't get excited. Don't get crazy. Let me explain what happened.
What did you do? You came in late? You were fresh to... Were you fresh to somebody?
I'm not fired yet. I can still get my job back. I just need your help to make a decision.
Take the job back. I don't care what it is. This is not the time for anybody to be out of work in this family.
When I was 12 years old, you gave me a talk about principles, remember?
All night you waited to tell me this news?
This is about principles, Pop.
How long were you going to go without telling me?
Will you at least hear my principles?
All right. I'll hear your principles. Then you'll hear mine.
Just sit back and let me explain what happened, okay? It was on account of Andrew. The colored guy who sweeps up.
So Stanley began his sad story. Pop never said a word. He just sat there and listened. Stanley was terrific. It was like that movie, Abe Lincoln in Illinois. Stanley was not only defending his principles, he was defending democracy in the United States of America. Pop must have been bleary-eyed. Because not only did he have to deal with Stanley's principles, Nora's career, the loss of his noisemaker business, had to get Aunt Blanche married off, and Laurie's fluttering heart. But at any moment, there could be a knock on the door, with 37 relatives from Poland showing up looking for a place. Finally, Stanley finished his story.
So, either I bring the letter of apology in the morning, or I don't bother coming in. I know it's late. I know you're tired. I just didn't want to do anything without asking you first.
No, Stanley.
I'm sorry, Pop.
You shouldn't have swept the dirt on his shoes.
I know.
Especially in front of other people.
I know.
He's your boss. He pays your salary. His money helps put food on our dining table.
I know, Pop.
And we don't have money to waste, believe me when I tell you that.
I believe you, Pop.
You were sick 3 days last year. He only docked you a days and a half's pay. You remember that?
I know. I can see what you're getting at. I'll write the letter. I'll do it tonight.
On the other hand, you did a courageous thing. You defended a fellow worker. Nobody else stood up for him, did they?
I was the only one.
That's something to be proud of. That's standing up for your principles.
That's why I didn't want to write the letter. I knew you'd understand.
Question is, can this family afford principles right now?
Make it hard, I know.
Not just on you and me, but on your mother, on Aunt Blanche, Nora, Lori,
Eugene?
Eugene. Eugene would have to get a part-time job. Time he should be using studying books to get himself somewhere.
He wants to be a writer. He wants to go to college.
I wish I could have sent you. I've always been sick about that, Stanley.
I like working, Pop. Really, I do. Listen, I made up my mind. I want to write the letter.
I'm not saying you should.
I know. It's my decision. I really want to write the letter.
And how will your principals feel in the morning?
My principals feel better already. You told me you were proud of what I did. That's all I really cared about.
You know something, Stanley? I don't think there's much in college they could teach you that you don't already know.
Guess who I learned it from? Thanks for talking to me, Pop. I'll see you in the morning. You coming to bed?
I think I'll sit here for a while. It's the only time of day I get a few minutes to myself.
So? How'd it go? Do you have to write the letter?
Yeah.
I knew that's what he'd make you do.
He didn't make me do it. Be quiet, will you? I have to concentrate.
What are you gonna say?
I don't know. You want to help me? You're good at those things.
People used to get paid for that in the old days. Professional letter writers.
I'm not going to pay you money.
I don't want money.
Then what do you want?
Tell me what Nora looked like naked.
How horny can you get?
Well, I don't know. What's the highest score?
All right, when we finish the letter.
I don't trust you. I want to get paid first.
You know, you're a real shit.
Don't talk like that in front of me. I'm just a kid.
What do you want to know?
Everything. From the moment you open the door.
It happened so fast.
That's okay. Tell it slow.
Jesus.
All right.
I heard the shower running. I waited for it to stop. I gave it a few seconds for the water to run off her body. Then, I knew she'd be stepping out of the shower. Suddenly, I just opened the door. There she was, standing on the bath mat, with a towel on her head, and nothing else in the whole wide world.
Slower. Don't go so fast.
Her breasts were gorgeous, like two peaches hanging on a vine, waiting to be plucked. Baby nectarines, like two nectarines, all soft and pink and shining in the morning sun.
Laura, you should see your mother. She looks gorgeous.
I'm waiting for her grand entrance. How's Uncle Jack?
He's resting. He ate a nice dinner. You can go up and see him later. Eugene! Your father's resting! I don't want to hear any ball playing against the wall.
I'm not playing. I'm writing.
Well, do it quietly!
She wants me to write quietly. But that was the only sentence I published in his memoirs. They'd be a bestseller. Everyone's been in a rotten mood around here lately. 3 days ago, Pop had a heart attack. He passed out in the subway and a policeman had to carry him home. He was driving a cab at nights trying to make extra money and he just plain wore out. The doctors say he has to stay in bed, but Pop won't listen to him. Mr. Jacobson, as a brother-in-law, needs a job. He's been filling in for Pop temporarily, but Pop's afraid that 3 weeks in bed could turn into permanent.
I have to talk to you.
What's up?
Not here. In our room. Don't tell anybody.
What's the big secret?
You shut up. Wait till I get upstairs. Then follow me.
If it's about Nora, I'm not interested. I forgot to tell you, I hate my cousin Nora. She's been real snotty to everyone. She doesn't say hello in the morning and she eats a dinner up in her room. And she's been seeing this guy, Larry No-Chin Carmen, every night. And she's not as pretty as I thought she was.
Eugene, did you bring your father his paper?
I'm coming. My knee hurts. I fell down the stairs at school.
Well, bring it up. Your father's waiting for it.
If I told her I just lost both my hands in an accident, she'd say, go upstairs and wash your face with your feet. She's sore because she didn't get to go to the affair at the Commodore Hotel. They had Glenn Gray and his orchestra. I feel badly for her because she doesn't get to go out too much. And she's upset about Mr. Murphy coming over to pick up Aunt Blanche. She's mad at the whole world. That's why she's making lima beans for dinner.
Would you like a cashew, Lori?
Oh, thanks. And a Brazil nut, too. And an almond.
You must be starved. We're eating dinner late tonight. We'll wait till after your mother goes out.
Can I have some nuts, Mom?
Just one, for the company. We're eating dinner in the kitchen. You and Stanley help with the dishes. You look all flushed. You don't have a fever, do you? Let me see your tongue. It's all spotted.
That's the cashew nut.
Don't you get sick on me, too. If you're tired, I want you in bed.
I have a little stomach cramp. Maybe I'm getting my ladies.
What?
My ladies, that thing that Nora gets when she can't go in the water.
I don't think so, darling. Not at your age. But if your stomach hurts real bad, you come and tell me. I made a nice tuna fish salad tonight. Call me when your mother comes down.
Aunt Kate, does Mama like Mr. Murphy?
I don't know, darling. She doesn't know him very well yet.
Do you like him?
I never spoke to the man.
You called him a casa. Are those the kinds who don't like Jewish people?
I'm sure Mr. Murphy likes your mother. Otherwise, he wouldn't be taking her out to dinner.
If Mom married him, would we have to live in that dark house across the street with the creepy woman in the window?
We're not up to that yet. Let's just get through Chardoff's restaurant first.
Pop's feeling better. He threw the newspaper at me because I didn't bring him the evening edition.
Lock the door.
You look terrible. You've been crying. Your eyes are all red.
I'm in trouble, huge. I mean, real big trouble.
Why did you take up smoking?
I smoke in the stockroom all the time. Don't let me see you do it. It's a bad habit.
Then why do you do it?
I like it.
What brand do you smoke?
Lucky Strikes?
I knew you would. That's the best brand.
Swear to God, what I'm about to tell you, you'll never tell a living soul.
I take an oath on the life of the entire New York Yankees. What happened?
I lost my salary.
What?
The entire $17. It's gone. I lost it.
Where? In the subway?
In a poker game. I lost it gambling.
In a poker game?
You shut up. You want to kill Pop right in his bedroom?
You never told me you gambled.
We just do it at lunch hour for pennies. I always won. A dime, a quarter. It wasn't just luck. I was really good.
$17?
When Pop was sick, I thought I could make some extra money to help out. So I played in this game over at the stockroom of Floorshine Shoes. Boy, did I learn about poker. They cleaned me out in 20 minutes.
What are you gonna tell them?
I don't know. If Pop wasn't sick, I'd tell him the truth. Last week, he tells me how proud he is of me. He's driving cabs at nights, and I'm playing poker at Floorshine's.
Yeah, but suppose you won. Suppose you won $50. You just had bad luck, that's all.
I had no chance against those guys. They were gamblers. They wore all black pointy shoes with clocks in their socks. If Pop dies, I'll hang myself, I swear.
Don't talk like that. Pop isn't gonna die. He ate 3 lamb chops tonight. Why don't you just tell him you lost the money? You had a hole in your pocket. You could tear a hole in your
I
pocket.
already used that one.
When?
Last November, when I lost $5, he said from now on you check your pockets every morning.
Well, what happened to the $5? Did you gamble that too?
No. I gave it to a girl. You know, a pro.
Pro what? A prostitute? You went to one of those places? Holy shit!
I'm not going to warn you about that word again.
Is that how much it cost? $5?
$50. I went with this guy I know. He still owes me.
And you never told me. What was she like? Was she pretty? How old was she?
Don't start in on me, Eugene.
Did she get completely naked or what?
Every time I get into trouble, I gotta tell you what a naked girl looks like? Do me a favor. Go in the bathroom, whack off, and grow up all by yourself.
Well, don't get sore. If you were me, you'd be asking the same questions.
Well, I never had an older brother to teach me those things. I'd have learned it all on my own. You don't know how lucky you are to be the younger one. You don't have the responsibilities that I do. You're still at school looking up girls' dresses on the staircase.
I worked plenty hard in school.
Yeah? Well, where's your report card? Today's the first of the month. I know you got it. I want to see your report card.
I don't have to show you my report card. You're not my father.
Yes, I am. As long as Papa's sick, I am. I'm the only one in the family that's working, ain't I?
Oh, yeah? Well, where's your salary this week, Pop?
I hate you sometimes. You're nothing but a lousy shit. I help you all the time, and you never help me without wanting something for it. I hate your disgusting guts.
Not as much as I hate yours. You snore at night, you pick your toenails, you smell up the bathroom. But I go in there, I have to puke.
Give me your report card. Give it to me, goddammit, I'll beat your face in!
You want it? Here. Here's my lousy report card, you fuck!
Four A's and a B. That's good, Eugene. That's real good. You're smart. I want you to go to college. I want you to be somebody important someday. Because I'm not. I'm no damn good. I'm sorry I said those things to you.
Me too. I'm sorry too.
Hi there, Uncle Jack. Are you feeling better?
A little, darling. Mother's not down yet.
No.
I want to see her before she goes out.
Oh my God. Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? You're walking down the stairs?
I'm all right. I was tired of laying in that bed. I want to see Blanche.
And how are you going to get upstairs? You think I'm going to carry you? The doctor said you're not even supposed to use the bathroom, didn't he?
You trust doctors? My grandmother never saw one in her life. She lived to be 87.
She didn't have high blood pressure. She never fainted on the subway.
She used to faint 3-4 times a week. It's in our family. We're fainters. Lori, darling, go get your Uncle Jack a glass of ice water, please.
Now?
Yes, now, sweetheart. The child is pampered too much. You should let her do more work around the house. You'll get healthy lying on couches all day.
No. You get healthy driving cabs all night after you've worked 9 hours cutting raincoats. You want to kill yourself, Jack? You want to leave me to take care of this family alone? Is that what you want?
You figure I'll get better faster if you make me feel guilty? I was born with enough guilt, Katie. If I need more, I'll ask you.
I'm sorry. You know me. I'm not happy unless I can worry. My family were warriors. Warriors generally marry fainters.
I'm not going to leave you, I promise. If I didn't leave you for another woman, I'm certainly not going to drop dead just to leave you.
What other woman? That bookkeeper, Helene.
Again with Helene. You're never going to forget that I danced with her 2 years in a row at the Commodore Hotel.
Don't tell me she isn't attracted to you, Jack. I noticed that right off.
What does a woman like that want with a cutter? She likes the men up front, the salesmen. She's a widow. She's looking to get married.
You're an attractive man, Jack. Women like you.
Me? Attractive? You really must think I'm dying, don't you?
You don't know women like I do. Just promise me one thing. If anything ever happened with you and that Helene, Just let me go to my grave without hearing about it.
I see. Now that you're worried about Eileen, you decided you're gonna die first.
I had to choke the ice. I'm all out of breath.
It's good for you, darling. It's exercise.
I'm going out. I won't be having dinner. I'll be home late. I have my key. Good night.
Nora, don't you want to see how your mother looks?
I'm sure she looks beautiful. She doesn't need me to tell her that.
Well, what about Mr. Murphy? I know your mother wants him to meet you and Laurie. He'll be here any minute.
I have someone waiting for me. I can meet Mr. Murphy some other time.
I think it would be nice if you waited, Nora. I think your mother would be very hurt if you didn't wait to say goodbye.
Well, I'm sure that's very good advice, Uncle Jack. I know exactly how my mother feels, but I'm not so sure she knows how I feel.
Jack, what'll I do?
Leave it alone. It's between Nora and Blanche. It's something they have to work out.
Who does she go out with? Where does she go every night?
With Larry Clerman. He borrows his father's car and takes her to the cemetery,
What cemetery?
where Daddy is buried. She goes to see Daddy.
What'll I tell her, Jack? I don't want to spoil this evening for her.
Jack, what are you doing down here?
We have company coming. Where else should I be?
Well, I looked in your room. I got scared to death.
You don't look it. You look beautiful.
Oh, Blanche. Oh, my God. It's stunning. Like a movie star. Who's that movie star I like so much, Laurie?
Irene Dunn.
Like Irene Dunn?
I think she looks like Rosalind Russell. Maybe Carol Lombard.
I think she looks like Blanche. Blanche is prettier than all of them.
I had such trouble with the makeup. I couldn't see my eyes to get the mascara on, so I put my glasses on, but then I couldn't get the mascara on.
Do you have your glasses? Where are your glasses?
They're in my purse. I thought I'd take them out in the restaurant when I'm looking at the menu.
Make sure you do. I don't want you coming home telling me you don't know what the man looks like.
I am so glad to see you up, Jack. Then you're feeling better?
It was nothing. I needed a rest, that's all. Besides, I wanted to meet this Murphy fellow. A man comes in, and he likes, a stranger comes in, he likes to meet another man. It makes him feel comfortable.
That is very thoughtful of you, Jack.
Here, wear this. Now don't say no to me. Just put them on. Blanche, please.
Hey, they're your pearls. They're your good pearls.
What are they gonna do? Stay in my drawer all year? Pearls are like people. They like to go out and be seen once in a while.
You were going to wear them to the affair tonight. And I am so wrapped up in myself, I forgot you were missing the affair this year.
I can afford to miss it. I don't see Jack there all night anyway.
Let's see how they look.
I'm nervous I'll lose them.
All right. Tell me I don't have a beautiful sister.
Now I feel good. Now I feel I got my money's worth.
Definitely Carol Lombard.
Lori, go upstairs and get Nora. I want to show him to Nora.
She's not here. She left.
Well, what do you mean she left? Without saying goodbye?
She had to meet somebody. She wanted to wait for you.
Well, she knew I wanted to see her. She could have come in my room.
She'll see you when you get home. You'll look just as good at 12 o'clock.
Did she say anything? What did she say?
You're going out. You're gonna have a good time tonight.
She's making me pay for it, isn't she? She knows she can get to me so easily. That's what I get for making decisions.
I feel like ice cream for dessert. Laura, you feel like ice cream for dessert?
Butter pecan?
Butter pecan for you, maple walnut for me. Go up and tell Eugene I want him to go to the store.
I'll go with him.
Don't run, darling.
Let her run. If she gets tired, she'll tell you. Let's not worry about each other so much.
Eugene, your father wants us to go to the store.
Tell him I'm sick. I have a stomachache.
You don't want any ice cream?
Ice cream? In a minute. It's amazing how quickly you recover from misery when someone offers you ice cream.
She's only 16, Blanche. At that age, they're still wrapped up in themselves.
How am I going to become a writer if I don't know how to suffer? Actually, I'd give up writing altogether if I could see a naked girl while I was eating ice cream.
What time is it?
6:30. He'll be here any minute.
I
Get your mind off Laura, Blanche. Don't wear my pearls out tonight for nothing.
Eugene, go to Hanson's. Get a half pint of butter pecan, half pint of maple walnut, half pint of chocolate for yourself. Kate, what do you want?
I'm in no mood for ice cream.
Get a vanilla, she'll eat it. And whatever Stanley likes.
I'll need money.
I just gave the doctor $15. Stanley got paid. Did they go up and ask him for a salary?
What?
Here's $1. Hurry back so Laurie can meet Mr. Murphy. But don't run.
You know what I worry about at nights? That she'll run off. That I'll get up in the morning and she'll be gone. To Philadelphia or Boston or God knows where.
Look how the woman's going out on a date. Is that what you're going to talk about? The man will start drinking in 5 minutes.
You think so? What'll I do if he gets drunk?
He'll come straight home. Do you have money? Do you have car fare?
No, I didn't take anything.
Wait here. I'll get $5 from Stanley. Now I have something else to worry about.
I could use a cup of hot tea.
You sit there, I'll get it.
We'll both make it. You keep me company. We can hear the bell from the kitchen.
Stanley, are you in there? Open a window. You don't get any air in this room. I need $5 for Aunt Blanche, Stanley. Stanley, did you get paid today?
Yeah, I got paid today.
Well, take out your money for the week. Let me have the envelope.
I don't have it.
You don't have the envelope?
I don't have the money.
What do you mean you don't have the money?
I mean, I don't have the money. It's gone.
Gone. Gone where?
It's just gone. I can't get it back. There's nothing I can do about it anymore. Just don't ask me any more questions.
What do you mean, don't ask any more questions? I want to know what happened to $17, Stanley.
You'll tell Pop. If I tell you, you're going to tell Pop.
And why shouldn't I tell your father? Why, Stanley? I want to know what happened to the money.
I gambled it. I lost it playing poker, all right? You happy? You satisfied now?
I'm not going to deal with this right now. I have to get Aunt Blanche out of the house first. I have your father's health to worry about. Tonight, you're gonna make up a story. You're gonna sit here in this room and you're gonna think up a story. You were robbed. Somebody stole the money. I don't care who, I don't care where. That's what you're gonna tell your father. Because if you tell that man the truth, you'll kill him as sure as I'm sitting here. After he goes to sleep, you meet me in the kitchen and we will deal with this alone.
Sorry.
I left my purse in here. Without my glasses, I'm afraid to pour the tea. Kate? What is it? What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just all nerves today.
You're worried about Jack. He shouldn't have come down the stairs.
He knows he's not supposed to get out of bed. What do we get the doctor for? He doesn't listen to them.
I shouldn't have invited Mr. Murphy over. That's the only reason he came down.
It's not just Mr. Murphy. It's Stanley. It's Eugene. It's everybody.
I'm sorry about Nora. Jack told me what she said when she left.
Why don't you get your purse, please? She'll be here any minute.
Did Nora say something to upset you, Kate? I know she has been very difficult these last few weeks.
Why is it always Nora? Why is it only your problems? Do you think you're the only one in the world who has trouble? We all have trouble. We all have our equal share.
I'm sorry, Kate. Forgive me. I'm sorry.
Maybe you're stronger than I am. I don't know. You survived Dave's death. I don't know if I can handle it if anything happens to Jack.
He'll be all right. Nothing is going to happen to him. He is a young man. He's strong.
When Dave died, I cried for his loss. I was so angry. I was angry at God for taking such a young man. Didn't realize until now what you went through. How did you get through it, Blanche?
I had you. I had Jack, but mostly you live for your children. Your children are what keep you going.
Children.
I get up every morning for Nora and for Lori.
Laura hurts you so much. You can still say that?
Why? You don't think we hurt our parents? Don't you remember how Mama cried when Celia left home? Sure it hurts. But you love somebody, you forgive them.
Some things you forgive. Some things you never forgive.
Is the ice cream here yet?
No, darling, didn't you go with Eugene?
No. It was across the street in the creepy house. It's just as creepy inside.
In Mr. Murphy's house? You were just in there? Why?
The old lady called me from the window. I think it's his mother. She had a letter for you. I had to go inside to get it.
What did she say to you?
She offered me a cookie, but it was all green. I told her I wasn't hungry.
Dear Mrs. Moore, I send regrets for my son Frank. I tried to reach you earlier, then realized you had no phone. Frank will be unable to keep his dinner engagement with you this evening. Frank is in the hospital as a result of an automobile accident. And although his injuries are not serious, the consequences are. As a devoted mother, I would end this letter here and forward my apologies. Despite all my son's faults, honesty and sincerity have never been his failings. He wanted me to tell you the truth. That while driving his friend's motor car, he was intoxicated and was the cause of the aforementioned accident. The truth would come out soon enough, but Frank has too much respect and fondness for you to have you hear it from some other source. I hope you'll not think I am just a doting mother when I tell you my boy has a great many attributes. A great many. As soon as Frank can get out of his difficulties here, we have decided to move to upstate New York, where there is a clinic that can help Frank, and where we have relatives with whom we can stay. Frank sends, along with his regrets, his regard for a warm, intelligent, friendly, and most delightful neighbor across the way. Yours, most respectfully, Mrs. Matthew Murphy.
What is it?
He's not coming. He's in the hospital.
It was a sad letter, all right, but it sure was well written. Maybe I should have been born in Iowa.
I knew it. I said it right from the beginning, didn't I?
Why is he in the hospital?
He was in a car accident. Oh my God, that poor woman.
Does that mean you're not going out to dinner?
That could have been you in that car with him. I warned you the first day about those people.
Stop calling him those people. They're not those people, Kate. She's a mother, like you and me.
And what is he? Tell me what he is.
He's somebody in trouble. He's somebody that needs help. For God's sake, Kate, you don't even know the man.
I know the man. I know what they're all like.
Who are you to talk? Are we any better? Are we something so special? We're all poor here. The least we could do is be charitable.
Why? What have I got I can afford to give away? Am I the one who got you all dressed up for nothing? Am I the one who got your hopes up? Am I the one they're going to lock up in a jail somewhere?
They're gonna put him in jail?
Don't talk to me about charity. Anybody else, but not me.
I never said you weren't charitable.
All I ever did was try to help you. All I ever did was try to help you.
I know that. Nobody cares for their family more than you do, Kate, but at least we can be sympathetic to somebody else that's in trouble.
What should I care about? Who's out there watching over me? I've done enough in my life for people. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. Say what's on your mind, Kate. What people?
You. Celia. Papa when he was sick. Everybody. Don't ask me what people. How many beatings did I get from Mama for something you did? How many dresses did I go without so you could look like somebody when you went out? I was the workhorse. You were the pretty one. You had no right to talk to me like that. No right.
This is about Jack, isn't it? You're blaming me for what happened to Jack.
And why do you think that man is sick today? Why did a policeman have to carry him home at 2 o'clock in the morning? So Nora could have dancing lessons. So Laurie could see a doctor every 3 weeks. Oh, go on, worry about your friend across the street. Not about the ones who have to be dragged home to keep a roof over your head.
What is this? What's going on here?
Why didn't you ever tell me you felt this way?
I didn't have the time. I was too busy taking care of everyone.
What is it? What happened, Blanche?
It took all these years. It took something like this letter for you to finally get your feelings out.
I didn't need a letter. I just needed you to ask me.
Laurie, please go upstairs. This conversation isn't for you.
The ice cream is ready.
Eugene, could you take the ice cream and put it in the ice box? I have to talk to your mother.
I never spoke to the woman. They lived in that house for 3 years. I never exchanged a word with her.
What are you doing walking around? If you're gonna be out of bed, at least sit in a chair.
If I could take Nora and Laurie and pack them out of this house tonight, I would do it. But I can't. I don't have any place to take them.
Blanche, what are you talking about? Don't say such things.
If I could leave them here with you for a few weeks, I would appreciate it. I could send for them when I get a place of my own.
You're not sending for anyone. You're not leaving anywhere. I don't want to hear this kind of talk.
Stay out of this, Jack. Let her do what she wants.
I know a woman in Manhattan Beach. I can stay with her until I get a job. I will do anything anybody asks me, but I will never be a burden to anybody again.
Blanche, stop it. Stop it right now. What the hell's going on here, for God's sake? Two sisters having a fight they should have had 25 years ago. You want to get it out, Blanche, get it out. Tell her what it's like to live in a house that isn't yours. You have to depend on somebody else to put the food on your plate every night. I know what it's like. I lived like that till I was 21 years old. Tell her, Kate, what it is to be an older sister. To suddenly be the one who has to work and shoulder the responsibilities and not be the one who gets the affection and the hugs when you're the only one there. You think I don't see it with Stanley and Eugene? With Nora and Laurie? You think I don't hear the fights that are going up in those rooms night after night? Go on, Blanche. Scream at her. Yell at her. Call her names, Blanche. Tell her to go to hell for the first time in your life. When you both got it out of your systems, give each other a hug. And go have dinner. The lousy ice cream is melting, for God's sake.
I love you both very much. No matter what Kate says to me, I will never stop loving her. But I have to get out. If I don't do it now, I'll lose whatever self-respect I have left. And for people like us, sometimes the only thing we really own is our dignity. And when I grow old, I hope I have as much as Mrs. Matthew Murphy across the street.
What did it, Kate? Something terrible must have happened to you tonight for you to behave this way. It wasn't Blanche, it was something else. What was it, Kate?
Tell the kids to come down in 5 minutes. We're eating in the kitchen tonight.
Get Stanley and Laura. Dinner's in 5 minutes.
It was the first time in my life that I didn't get blamed for what just happened. I felt real sorry for everybody. As long as I wasn't to blame, I didn't feel all that badly about things. That's when I realized I had a selfish streak in me. Sure hope I grow out of it. Blanche is leaving.
For where?
To stay with some woman in Manhattan Beach. She and Mom just had a big fight. She's gonna send for Nora and Lori when she gets a job.
What did they fight about?
I don't know. I didn't hear all of it. I think Mom sort of blames Aunt Blanche for Pop having to work so hard.
Oh, God. Did they say anything about me? About how I lost my salary?
You told her? Why did you tell her? I came up with 12 terrific lies for you.
How much money do you have?
Me? I don't have any money.
The hell you don't? You got money in your cigar box. How much do you have?
I got $1.12. My life savings.
Give it to me. I'll pay it back, don't worry.
What are you putting on all those things for?
In case I have to sleep out tonight. I'm leaving, Gene. I don't know where I'm going, but I'll write you as soon as I get there.
You're leaving home?
When I'm gone, you tell Aunt Blanche what happened to my salary. Then she'll know why Mom was so angry. Tell her please not to leave, because it's all my fault. Will you do that, Eugene?
I have 8 cents worth of stamps if you want that too.
Thanks. What's this?
The medal you won for the 100-yard dash 2 years ago.
From the Police Athletic League? I didn't know you still had this.
You gave it to me. You can have it back if you want it.
It's not worth anything.
It is to me.
Sure. You can keep it.
Thanks. Where will you go?
I don't know. I've been thinking about joining the Army. Pop says there'll be a war in a couple years anyway. I could be a sergeant or something by the time it starts.
If it lasts long enough, I could join up too. Maybe we could get in the same outfit.
You don't go in the Army unless they come and get you, you hear me? You go to college. Promise me you go to college.
You'll probably have to stay home and work if you leave. You'll need the money.
I'll send them my paycheck every month. A sergeant in the Army makes real good dough. Better get going.
What do you have to leave for?
I'll start crying, they'll hear you.
They'll get over it. They won't stay mad at you forever. I was mad at you, I got over it.
Because of me, the whole family's breaking apart. You want to see Nora end up like one of those cheap boardwalk girls?
I don't care. I'm not in love with Nora anymore.
You should care. She's your cousin. Don't turn out to be like me.
I don't see what's so bad about you.
Take care of yourself, Huge. If you ever write a story about me, call me Hank. I've always liked the name Hank.
I guess there comes a time in everybody's life when you say, this very moment is the end of my childhood. When Stan closed that door, I knew that moment had come to me. I was scared. I was lonely. I hated my parents for making him so unhappy. Even if they were right, I still hated them. I even hated Stanley a little because he left me there to grow up all by myself.
Eugene! Lori! It's dinner! I'm not waiting all night!
And I hated how she left Stanley's name out when she called us for dinner. I don't think parents really know how cruel they can be sometimes. At dinner, I tried to tell them about Stanley, but the words just wouldn't come out. I left the table without even finishing my ice cream. If it was suffering I was after, I was beginning to learn about it.
It's 10 o'clock. Where's Stanley so late?
Never mind, Stanley. You should have been in bed an hour ago.
Why won't you tell me what happened between you and that boy?
I've had enough to deal with for one day, Jack.
I want him to go to temple with me on Saturday. They stop going for 3 or 4 weeks, they forget their religion altogether.
The house grew quieter than I ever heard it before. Aunt Blanche was in her room packing. Mom and Pop were in their bedroom. And I had to talk to somebody or else I go crazy. I didn't have much choice. Lori, it's me, Eugene. Can I come in?
What do you want? I'm reading.
I just wanted to talk to you.
I didn't say yes, did I?
Well, I'm already in, so it's too late. What are you reading?
The Citadel by A.J. Cronin.
I read it. It's terrific. I hear your mother's leaving in the morning.
We're going to as soon as she finds a job.
Can't believe it. Gonna be the only one left here.
You mean you and Stanley?
Stanley's gone. He's not coming back. I think he's gonna join the army.
You mean he ran away?
No. Only kids run away. When you're Stanley's age, you just leave.
He didn't say goodbye?
My parents don't even know about it. I'm gonna tell them now.
Wonder if I'll have to go to a different school.
They'll have to make all new friends.
I don't care. Why are my friends here anyway?
Because you're always in the house. You never go out.
I can't because of my condition.
You don't look sick to me. Do you feel sick?
No, but my mother tells me I am.
I don't trust parents anymore.
Why would she lie to me?
To keep you around. Once they find out Stanley's gone, they're gonna handcuff me to me in my bed.
Well, I wouldn't leave my mother anyway. Even when I'm older. Even if I get married. I'll never leave my mother.
Oh yeah? Mr. Murphy across the street never left his mother. He ended up going to jail.
Well, none of this would have happened if my father was alive.
How'd you feel when he died?
I don't remember. I cried a lot. Because I saw my mother crying.
I would hate it if my father died. Especially with Stanley's gone. Probably have to move out of this house.
Well, then you and your mother could come and live with us.
Well, if we all end up living together, what's the point in breaking it up now?
I don't know. I have to finish reading.
You don't get too far when you're talking to Lori. Sometimes I think the flutter in her heart is really in her brain. I went into my parents' bedroom and broke the news about Stanley. The monumental news that their eldest son had just run off. How did he get killed in France fighting for his country? My mother said, "Go to bed. He'll be home as soon as he gets called out." I couldn't believe it. Their own son. It was then that I suspected that Stanley and I were adopted. They finally went to bed. And I waited out in the front steps until it got cold. But Stanley never showed up.
I wanted to talk to you.
Now? It's late.
I know it's late. We could have talked earlier if you didn't come home at 12 o'clock at night.
How was your dinner?
I didn't go. Mr. Murphy was in an accident.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. Is he all right?
He's got his problems like the rest of us. I was very hurt that you left tonight without saying goodbye.
I was late. Someone was waiting for me.
So was I. You knew it was important to me.
I'm not feeling very well.
You purposely left without seeing me, Nora. You've never done that before.
Can we talk about this in the morning?
I won't be here in the morning.
Tomorrow night, then.
I'm leaving, Nora. I'm moving out in the morning.
What are you talking about?
Aunt Kate and I had a fight tonight. We said some terrible things to each other, things that have been bottled up for years. I'm going to stay with my friend Louise in Manhattan Beach until I can find a job, and then I'll send for you and Lori.
I can't believe it. You mean it's all right for you to leave us, but it wasn't all right for me to leave you?
I was never concerned about you leaving me. It was your future I was worrying about.
It was my future. Why couldn't I have anything to say about it?
I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. I never made the decisions for the family. Your father did. Everyone always took care of me. My mother, my sisters, your father, even you and Lori. I have been a very dependent person all my life.
Maybe that's all I'm asking for. To be independent.
You earn your independence. You don't take it at the expense of others. Would that job even be offered to you if somebody in this house hadn't paid for those dancing lessons? And kept a roof over your head and clothes on your back? If anybody's going to pay back Uncle Jack, it'll be me. Doing God knows what. I don't know. But one thing I'm sure of, I would steal before I let my daughter show that man an ounce of ingratitude or disrespect.
So I have to give up the one chance I may never get again? Is that it? I'm the one who has to pay for what you couldn't do with your own life.
Why do you have to judge me like that?
Judge you? I can't even talk to you. I don't exist to you. I tried so hard, but there's never any room. Whatever you had to give went to Daddy. And when he died, whatever you had left, you gave to...
What? Finish what you were going to say.
I've been jealous my whole life of Lori because she was lucky enough to be born sick. I could never turn on a light in my own room at night or read in bed because Lori always needed her precious sleep. I couldn't even have a friend over on the weekends because Lori was always resting. I used to pray that I'd get some terrible disease or get hit by a car so that I'd have a leg all twisted and crippled. And then once, maybe, just once, I'd get to crawl in bed next to you on a cold, rainy night and talk to you and hold you till I fell asleep in your arms. Just once.
God, Nora, is that what you think of me?
Is it any worse than what you think of me?
I'm not going to let you hurt me, Nora. I am not going to let you tell me that I don't love you or that I haven't tried to give you as much as I gave Lori. God knows I'm not perfect because enough angry people in this house have told me so tonight. But I'm not a doormat for all the frustrations that you or Aunt Kate or anybody else wants to lay at my feet. I did not create this universe. I do not decide who lives and who dies, who's rich and who's poor, who feels loved and who feels deprived. If you feel cheated that Lori gets more than you, then I feel cheated that I have a husband that died at 36. And if you keep on feeling that way, you're going to end up like me. With something that's much worse than loneliness or helplessness and that self-pity. And believe me, there is no leg that is twisted or bent that's worse than a human being who thrives on his own misfortunes. I am sorry that you feel unloved, Nora, and I will do everything I can to make it up to you, except apologize for it. I am tired of apologizing. After a while, it becomes your life's work. It doesn't bring any money into the house. If it's taken your pain and Aunt Kate's anger to get me to start living again, and God will give me the strength to make it up to you. But I will not go back to being that frightened, helpless woman that I created. I already buried somebody I love. It's time for me to bury somebody I hate.
I didn't ask you to hate yourself. I just asked you to love me.
I do, Nora. God, why can't I make that clear to you?
I feel so terrible.
Why?
Because I think I hurt you. And I still want that job with Mr. Beckman.
I know you do.
But I can't have it, can I?
How can I answer that without you thinking I'm depriving you?
I don't know. Maybe you just did.
I hope so. I pray to God it's so, Nora.
I heard voices downstairs. I didn't know who it was.
I'm sorry if we woke you. Nora, you go on up to bed. We'll talk again in the morning.
Good night, Aunt Kate.
She's not angry anymore?
No, Kate. Nobody's angry anymore. I explained everything to her. The girls will help you with all the housework while I'm gone. Lori's strong enough to do her share. I've kept her being a baby long enough.
They've never been any trouble to me, those girls. Never.
I'll try to send for them on the weekends when I can. It's late. We could both use a good night's sleep.
Blanche, don't go. I feel badly enough for what I said. Don't make me feel any worse.
Everything you said to me tonight was true, Kate. I just wish to God you'd said it years ago.
What would I do without you? Who do I have to talk to all day? What friends do I have in this neighborhood? Even the Murphys across the street are leaving.
You and I never had any troubles before tonight, Kate. It's the girls I'm thinking of now. We have to be together, the three of us. They want it as much as I do.
All right. I'm not saying you shouldn't have it. But you're not going to get a job overnight. Apartments are expensive. While you're looking, why stay with friends in Manhattan Beach?
Louise is a friend.
To me, good friends are strangers. But sisters are sisters.
I'm afraid of becoming too comfortable here. If I don't get out now, when will I ever do it?
Door is open.